Yo, 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 what's good? What's good? We are back. It's Life Game. Here with your boy Big Tuck. I got JB in with me today. And how's it going, man? How you doing? I see you whipping up the ramen over there. Yeah,
Oh
see you got
man,
you roll lifing over there.
yeah, man. I'm trying to be, I'm a poor man trying to live rich. Got to make sacrifices.
I hear that. I hear that.
Oh yeah,
Nothing
brother.
wrong with
What's up
that,
with you?
man. Um, so today, man, we're gonna talk about if you build it, they will come. And I got that from that concept from Field of Dreams. I don't know if you ever seen that. That's kind of an old 80s movie, 80s, 90s movie, right?
Yeah.
I think it came out like 1989 or 90, something like that.
Okay.
And basically it was like, it was a movie about Kevin Costner's in the movie, some field in Nebraska or whatever. He works in the cornfield, and basically some shit happened where he was um
Well, what happened?
no, basically he was started getting these visions about playing baseball or something. I forget exactly the nuances of the movie, but
Yeah.
basically he made this a baseball field in the middle of a fucking Nebraska cornfield, and then at night all these like old spirits or whatever would just come and play baseball. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
man.
And so he would get this, but before that he would get this sound and this thing in his head saying, "If you build it, they will come." You know,
Yeah.
if you build it, they will come. So that's why I kind of got the concept for, man. What I want to kind of get into tonight is if you build yourself,
Okay.
they will come. And who are they? Who are the they we talking about? It's whatever you want.
Elaborate.
I will. I will. It's whatever you want. So let's say, for instance, if you want a particular type of woman, if you want a particular type of job, or job, or you want to own your own business, you want a particular type of career, you want to do anything, um, in this world,
Okay.
uh, you have to build. You just don't go out and do it, right? You acquire knowledge,
Okay.
skill set, and you apply it until you get the mastery, right?
Yeah.
Now, mind you, uh, that there are several steps, within that, and I equated it to like this, right? So, like, if you go, you wouldn't live in a half built shelter, would you? Right, like just a
No,
roof or just a frame. Like you'll be exposed, right? You have exposure on,
depending on the
you know,
circumstances.
yeah, you won't have
Yeah.
any security at all. So that's one thing. The
Okay.
second part is, so I asked that question just to kind of give the analogy some credence, because you wouldn't live in a half built shelter. You wouldn't the same way a woman doesn't want to be with a half built man, and vice versa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So these are things that we have to, I just kind of made an analogy to kind of
Okay.
for people to understand, for lack of a better word. Hang on a second, I'm taking care of BI. All right, so now we understand we wouldn't live in no half built shelter. We got that. We understand that. So when we're building ourselves up, man, it's a couple things we need to do. Um, couple things we need to do. I appreciate the love. Appreciate the love, fellas. In the chat. But there's a couple things we need to do. First thing we need to do is have a foundation. You know what I mean? Like, what's your foundation? What you stand on? What's your spirituality? What's your morals? What things you're not gonna tolerate? what things you allow in your life,
Yeah.
how you know what I'm saying. These are the foundations of the things as a man of how you're going to lead. You know what I mean? So if you don't have a proper foundation, like not even proper, just understanding your foundation. So like if you came from a broken home, or if you came from
Yeah.
a single parent home, whether it be with mom or dad, you you need to take that in stride and understand that, and understand your shortcomings, understand what you're strong at, and understand where you're weak and you need to improve on, you know.
Uh,
Um and that's being a lot, and that takes being real with yourself. Which
yeah.
a lot of us ain't built to be, you know,
Yeah. You
giving
got to
yourself a self check. Go ahead.
check yourself first. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to break your barrier with yourself, in order for you to build yourself up. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's
You
hard.
gotta tear your current self down though.
Yeah, but it's hard for a man that's always been set in his way, doing this, doing this, doing this.
That's why I say about the foundation. And see, if you recognize that, you know, if you're self-aware and you recognize that as a man, like, hey, it's some shit I'm lacking that I need to
Yeah,
get where I need to go. You'll put those tools in your tool belt. You'll humble yourself and learn the skills you need. You'll you know, seek those things out if you're not lazy. That's another thing. You
but
can't be no lazy. You can't be lazy. That's part of the
that
foundation too.
that comes with knowledge. That comes with wanting to be better. That also comes with
Exactly.
if you had a father figure in your life quicker that way, or if you didn't have no father figure, you got to learn. Might take you a little
Yep.
long. If you got chunked out there at a young age with them dogs, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get your ass bit a couple times, then you're gonna learn how to bite back. You know what I mean?
Big facts.
So,
Big facts, man. So, you know,
it's
it's just
like it's not a race. You know what I'm saying? It's just
nah.
like old people always say. Everything and everybody have a time and a place for everything. It might just not be your time. You know what I'm saying?
We all mature at different different rates, man. You know, we all take in information and interpret it different. So of course we're gonna mature, age, and grow differently. You know, we can't expect everybody to be on the same level, um, but there is one thing we should always be focused on, and that's getting better.
Yeah, 100%.
That's where I'm
One
at
second,
with it.
1 second, too.
So that's where I'm at with it, bro.
Hey,
Yo, you good?
yeah, hold up. I'm gonna share this YouTube link real quick.
All right, this shit's in. Next part, man. So we got a friend. We got an understanding. Hey, we know you don't want to live in no half-ass built shelter. So just like people don't want to be with half-ass built people, you know. And this society, we're not being whole people anymore. Everybody's kind of being okay with being fractured, and they're making excuses for people not doing what they're supposed to do, not being where they're supposed to be, not being in the roles where they're supposed to be. Um, and
Can you hear me?
allow for this all this ambiguity shit. You know what I mean? And so that's where I'm at with it. Like, as far as us being able to do that and build and and, and try to be great, man, it's certain things we're gonna have to do. Um, so having a strong foundation, and if you don't have a strong foundation, recognize you don't have a strong foundation, and then making it strong, doing the things you need to do to make those things strong. So that's where I'm at with it. The second, another thing I wanted to hit on, man, kind of making this analogy to like building a house, right? So the second part, the next part of that, so after you lay the foundation down, you know, you got your everything laid. The next part of that will be what, you know, building up your frame. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Building out your framework of your house, how it's gonna be shaped. You know what I mean? How it's going to be laid out. Where the halls are gonna be, you know, where the turns and where the secret rooms are, you know, all that. So all that goes into account because that's that's your basically your frame. You know what I mean? Your framework. What's your framework? And I equate framework to like your paradigm, your the way you grew up, your belief system. You know what I'm saying? So like for instance, people who grew up in the suburbs, they grow up different than people in the hood. You know, and the way of life is different. The way you gotta be on a daily basis is different. So
The
that
things you,
all goes into your right, but that all is into your paradigm, what you believe. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because you're soaking in the information. So, what you believe at a base level is definitely gonna be um how you determine the choices you make is what I want to get at. So how your paradigm is definitely going to determine your choices, the type of choices you make, whether they be poor or good. Um, so understanding your paradigm, understanding your belief system. So if you have a strong foundation, your paradigm is just gonna enhance that. If you're have the paradigm heading toward what you want, right? So if you and what I mean by paradigm is like basically your core beliefs, like your paradigm was pretty much fixed by the time you were 5. So the things that you like for the most part at a base level, and everything that you like after that kind of stem from that first light or that initial paradigm, and 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 so that's how you make your decision, right? Whatever that may be, people like I don't like oatmeal, and I can distinctly remember when I was like 4 or 5 when I ate oatmeal, and I don't that shit was just not. I don't like mushy shit. So that from then on, I don't like mushy. I don't like Jello. I don't like fucking I can't taste. I don't like that shit. None of that pudding, Jello pudding. None of that. None of that. So I don't like mushy shit, bro. So, but that's part of my paradigm. You know what I mean? That's
yeah,
part of the things that help me to make decisions. So we got to understand that and then take into account our paradigm and then make those things accordingly. Make those changes accordingly, man.
feel it.
What's your thoughts on that?
I feel that 100%.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
and it start with your core beliefs. If you have no
Yep.
core beliefs, you have, you know, no determination, no like dedication, and a destination that's your goal, what
Yeah.
you want.
Gotta have some goals. Yep.
To set your foundation in order to build, in order to get there. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have that, you know, it's hard for somebody to say what they want to do and how they're going to do it without a game plan.
Hmm.
And a motherfucker, I mean, somebody can say that they want to do this all day, but you ask them the next day or the next day or the next day, hey, what have you done to get one step closer to your goal? Oh, I've been thinking. Oh, but you haven't put in no
You
action
ain't
though.
did nothing, right? You ain't put no action in. So yeah, I just been thinking. I've been wanting to do this, and I've been wanting. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I've been wanting to, motherfucker. You know
you
what I'm
know
saying?
the old saying, you can want in one hand and shit in the other. Which one gonna fill up first?
Hey man,
What is your
I've been wanting to do this. I've been thinking about doing this.
and ain't done nothing? You know what I'm
Ain't
saying?
done nothing, man. That's why what I'm saying. I tell people, man, don't even tell people you know what I'm saying. No, if they ain't not with your move or if they not supporting you, or they haven't supported anything, because you can look back at a person, your relationship with a person, and see what they really, you know, do
Hmm.
for you. I know strangers, man, support people harder than people you've known 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You never know who will support you. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, facts.
You might come up with
So
something thin air, and might blow up. Right place and right time. You know.
yeah, and then the people you're expecting to support you, they the ones that hating, you know what I mean? So you can't even worry about that. What you gotta do is stay on your path. And as a
But
man, these are like the things
the
that you
why they
stay
gonna hate us,
within. Go ahead.
down talk you because like they're like asking themselves, why not me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? Well, if your mindset was different, maybe you could. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it said. That's all it boils down to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What you mental health? That's what they say. You know, mental health. Like that's what it boils down to.
Well, that's kind of where we're getting at too, man. Without saying it, mental health is very important when you're trying to just be the best version of yourself. Because if you're not right in the head, you're not going to be the best version of yourself.
100%.
If you got issues or trauma that affects your decision making, you got to deal with and process that shit. Just not dealing with it ain't gonna make it go away because those feelings still gonna be there
Oh
whenever a
yeah,
situation arises.
yeah.
So that's another thing, man. So we gotta, as Black people, we gotta know like it's all right to go to therapy and talk to somebody. Um, Especially us, man. Black people being in America, like all the shit. We you know what I'm saying, we got 400-500 years of trauma we need to deal with. So
But
that we
especially,
can't all process.
I'm just saying, especially like kids that grew up like me and you. You know, we lost our mom young. You know what I'm saying? So like
Definitely.
a lot of kids that's bottled up and ain't said nothing about it over years. You know what I'm saying? And like some of them it builds them, some of them it breaks them down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Because like that right there, man, that's different. You feel me? That's gonna like, it could be your building point of your life, or it could be the destruction of your life. That's your foundation. You know what I'm saying? That's what you like been through. That's what creates you. You know what I'm saying? It creates you this way or that way, and the choice is literally yours. Like, what do you want to do? You
Yep.
want to make somebody yourself in life 20, 30 years down the road, like you see it now, or you want to just play with yourself right now and see something fast and stuff, and then do some stuff you don't have no business doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You want to succeed later and then retire, or you want to work the rest of your life.
So it's like we got to take advantage of our time, man, and our youth. You know what I mean? Use
Yeah,
our youth to set up the rest of our life and build. So um, that's where we need to be.
you work hard while you're young, bro, and then you chill
Not,
while you're.
yep. You work hard and you gain knowledge while you're young, man, and you work towards your goal. And by the time you look up, you got the rest of your life ahead of you, but you've accomplished so much.
You feel me? Now you 45, maybe 50, and now you're like, damn, I'm 50, but I don't even feel like I'm 50. Now I
Yeah, but
retired. I done done. You know.
yeah, but you on a whole nother right. You're in a whole nother lane, like than another 50
Yeah.
year old. You know what I
Oh,
mean? So yeah, man, I'm with you. So the next thing is, man, after the frame goes up, right?
hmm
So you got your frame, that's kind of your paradigm, right?
hmm
And then you got your frame and your walls, right? So your walls is kind of like your personal boundaries, right?
Yeah.
Your walls are like things you want to do or things you shouldn't be doing that you kind of want to indulge in, shit like that, and that consciousness, you know what I mean? That consciousness that keeps you in check. So your walls are kind of what you're gonna need, the discipline, basically, is what I'm saying.
hmm
Your discipline is what you're gonna need to stay on your path. Like if all the walls are open in the house, you can just go freely through one wall or the other one. But when the
Yeah.
walls are up inside the house, you got to go a certain path to get to another room. You got to go a certain path to go upstairs. You got to walk a certain path to get to the backyard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a certain way you have to move to get to the different parts of the house. You can't just go through the wall. You know what I mean? When the walls up, that you know what I mean, you got to have that discipline and the focus. And so that's very important when you're trying to build anything, but especially for us, man, because we don't have a lot of items to,
Yeah.
to go off of. You know what I mean? And it's hard because it's definitely hard on us because we've been hit with so many just been attacked on so many levels. So
So many
no
options.
excuses, but
Yeah.
understand that it's hard. You know what I mean? And the hard choice is always is the better choice for us, not the easy one. The easy choice is going to get us fucked.
It's like whenever they run in 100-meter dash, we run in 100-meter hurdles. You know?
You know what I'm
That's,
saying? They put some obstacles in our way to hot. You know what I mean?
that's the only way that I can,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they go throw a couple hurdles in your way. You got to jump them though,
all the way to the end, baby.
for real, and still hawk their ass in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got to put all these hurdles in the way because they know it.
It ain't a fair race, huh?
It ain't right. If it was fair, it'll be a duster. You feel me? If
You
it was a
say
fair one, it'll be dusty. So you know what I'm saying? We gotta have a.
yeah, them Jamaicans did everybody, man.
They don't want Usain Bolt running free in the world for real. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to. I mean, they don't want a whole race of Usain Bolts out here
Yeah, when Usain Bolt snatch an old
running
lady,
the world. You know what I mean?
hand.
So that's just being real, man. So like the walls, man. The walls are there. You know what I'm saying? They like your discipline. You want that. You want those walls up. You know what I'm saying? To keep motherfuckers who you don't need away from you. To keep everybody who you want to protect in, or you bringing in. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when you thinking about building yourself up, man, like that's another thing. The walls are very important. Your discipline. Your discipline is very, very important. And you'll fail without it. I'm just being real.
Oh yeah.
Without discipline, whatever you're doing, you can have the best idea in the world. If you ain't got discipline and work ethic to see it through, you might well not even have idea.
But I'm just saying, you ain't even gotta have no idea. And if you got discipline, work ethic, and motivation, like
You're gonna find your way. Yeah.
you can do a lot, bro. And like that's the crazy thing is, man, everybody gets like, stagnant. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
get stagnant in a routine. And they might have a plan, but in reality, they tell too many people about their plan, and they might have five out of six friends tell them, man, don't do that shit because now they telling you not to do it because they might want your idea, or they don't want you to do it because
Yeah,
you.
because you gotta understand, people look at shit through their lens for the most part. Like it's very rare that people look at when you talk to people about things. It's very rare that they look at it through your or try to empathize through your point of view. You know what I mean?
I don't know how your mind work. You don't know how mine work. You feel me?
Right.
Like,
And a lot of times, sometimes they can work.
yeah,
But in these cases, when you're trying to build yourself up, you focus on what you won't need and what you need your abilities. So if you're focused on that, I'm not even worried about what somebody else got going on, or telling them about. I know you want to be excited and stuff like that's another thing. That's part of the discipline.
I
Staying
know.
within.
But
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
the
Staying,
younger
not
generation,
telling everybody your move. Go ahead.
hey, but the younger generation, you tell them no, like a lot of them know one time they get discouraged. You like, God damn, man. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
because a lot of them, but you gotta think, bro. Like even you know what I'm saying. I say our because you right at the tail end of my generation. Like
Mm-hmm.
we we weren't as hard as the generation before us. You know what I mean?
But
And that's what I'm saying by design. Like each generation is getting softer
no, the generation before,
emotionally.
oh, they got slapped in line quick. We were the like just a
My,
wild.
yeah, but I'm saying I'm just saying emotionally we are weak. Like we are soft. Like
Oh,
all of across the board, bro. Like
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like we can't. It's why it's so much mental illness and shit because niggas can't deal with trauma nowadays, like how it used to be.
oh, back in the day, you couldn't say nothing about it. Leave
You
it
had
alone.
to do it right. But you processed it a different way. Like it just went like you just should have. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how everybody else was, but it's the way you had to move. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real. And you got the way you move. You gotta. It's old school, man. You gotta move silent, man. You can't just run around, just you know what I'm saying.
And the social media got everybody like the world. Like Matt was saying a couple episodes ago, like the world was too open. Like you know what I'm saying? You got motherfuckers who expose the shit they shouldn't even be exposed to.
I know because it's I want to one up him. You know what?
Yeah.
What up him? What you mean? What you want to one up him, man?
You know what I'm saying? We got motherfuckers that my camera disconnected him one sec. But yeah, you got people there that just not disciplined, man. That's a lot of our problem as as black people. They got us so distracted about this bullshit. And
Hey, brother, I'm gonna let you know something, man. So I've been looking at it on Google, right?
yeah.
I've been like looking at up every black movie that's ever been made, bro. And I've started to watch them like the past like 4 or 5 days. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy because like some of these movies, bro, literally, bro, I ain't never heard of. I'm like, what the hell?
Like what?
Like, I watched this one with Forrest Whitaker. Um, it was called God. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Now, bro, it was a golden era of film that for black people. Like, and I ain't talking about the black exploitation shit in the 70s, 80s. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about like actual good films for black people. Like late 80s or all the way through, I would say about 97, 98.
Yeah.
You had a good run of very good movies, and then that's shit started changing after that, bro.
Oh, so it's always changed. Yeah, it's called Ghost Dog.
Ghost Dog. Yeah, I have never heard of that one.
Yeah, bro, with Forrest Whitaker, bro. It's him. He's a black ninja, like samurai, bro. Like in this,
Mm-hmm.
bro, and like, but it ain't like no Jackie Chan samurai type stuff. But he was just going along with the samurai like morals. You know what I'm saying? The way that they live
Mm-hmm.
their life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, gosh, well, where are all these movies at growing up? Like, we some movies, but the most movies that we seen growing up is, you know what I'm saying, like shit, gang banging. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all we seen growing up. Like this movie right here that I told you of, like, bro, never heard of that movie a day in my life, bro. And I'm just like, I just watched it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you
Which
watched a movie called Marshall,
Marshall? I think I've watched that.
huh?
I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, about that NAACP lawyer went into a town and helped the guy out.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one a while ago.
Yeah, like I'm like, dude, where are all these like uplifting movies at? You feel me?
Yeah, but see, they
Hey,
not trying to uplift you in it. But they want to uplift you through social media now. Now the difference is BLM and inciting you that way and all this pro, like I ain't got nothing against a lifestyle a person want to live because the person lifestyle, that's their choice. They get to choose whatever life experience they want to have for themselves. But
what was his name? Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman, yeah.
Yeah, hey, bro. If you just search his name and look at the movies that he's in, bro,
Yeah, he's in a lot of powerful movies.
he's in a lot of black pro.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, I'm like, dang, old boy, really out here. And I'm talking about like way back. Like it's crazy, bro.
And man, and that's the thing, like that's what I'm saying. Like the narrative is shifting from,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, to some old, like they hijacking the black movement to this whole gender war, ambiguous gender role kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like I said, I ain't got nothing against what nobody else want to do. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
That's
But
it.
you ain't got to make me, you ain't got to force it upon me. Like we all understand this social construct. You know that shit is not outside the box. So understand that it's outside the box and color outside the box over there.
You hear me? You say the
Say
wrong
what?
blocked.
Say what?
You say the wrong thing, you get blocked or you get shut down or
You get canceled. Look at the baby. But they dragging the baby right now, bro. Look at Cuomo just got me too. Nigga, the motherfucking go. Just got me too, bro.
Who you?
No, the mayor is Cuomo the mayor or the governor of New York?
He just got muted.
He just got me too.
Oh man.
Cuomo was the governor of New York, nigga. They just made Home resign because they said Home dude was sexually, like, he was just basically a fucking pervert. And
Hey,
because he was a pervert,
Hey,
Real life, because Owen was a pervert. He got me too, bro.
hey, but which one of them?
So I can be a transgender and kiss, and you can kiss and do all this shit in front of kids in public.
What?
But a regular old pervert, I mean, I understand you can't be, invasive on people, but and disrespect people. But god damn. Go ahead, bro.
They tried to make it like perverts got like rights and shit like that. Like, come on.
All right, don't try it, bro. Like,
no, the perverts, bro, the ones that are pedophilias.
Yeah, the pedophiles.
They trying to make,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, come on, you can't do that, bro.
Bro, they trying to give all. They're trying to make excuse because that's where it's gonna end up. Because that's where we ended up, man. Less babies being born because they ain't having babies.
People scared to have babies.
They just living these alternative lifestyles more and more. You see more and more people. See, the thing is, the shit that used to be just underground, or you knew that was taboo. And like I said, it was over there, like it was outside the box over there. But we knew it was outside the box. You can look outside the box and say that shit is over there.
Yeah.
And we acknowledge it, but we understood that the box is over here and that's over there. Now they trying to bring that shit in the box. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
And that's the whole purpose of the social engineering.
Bro, no, the crazy thing is they trying to teach our kids that it's okay.
That's what I'm saying. That's why that's how they get it in the box. Because they know we're not gonna go for that shit.
It's crazy.
They gotta go at the kids.
It's crazy. You go take the Bible out of the school and then put in some shit like this,
bro. Man, I mean, shit. They got they have transgender people teaching.
Boy, you so fool.
So what do you call? That's what I'm saying. Or you say Miss? All right, cool.
Hey, talking about some. Hey, what?
The Miss whatever can make a baby.
Talking about some Principal Joseph came in as Joseph Stina. Goddamn,
Joseph. Yeah, like, come on, man. But Miss so and so can go actually father a child. You know what I'm saying? But he got a dress on.
That's
you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know, bro.
It's crazy, dog.
I like I said, teach his own. I ain't got nothing against it or nothing like that, man. It's just
back to building.
I just don't think it should be like you can't make everybody accept that shit. You know what I'm saying? We understood it, like we understand it, but don't try to make it a norm. Like we understand that certain things go outside of the construct. You know what I mean?
America, yeah, but America, they trying to make everything a norm. Like, bro, like even nowadays, bro, if you in school and you ain't good on games, you ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Video games. Like, damn, back in the day, you had to get out there in the streets, ride your bike, get a scraped up elbow, play some football.
Yeah, you had to earn yourself. You had to earn your place in the pecking order in wherever social circle you was in.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody meet up. Goddamn, pull up your bike.
If you ain't go outside for the ride, all that.
You finna ride around and steal one from somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what we used to do, man. Like,
man, go challenge the other hood. You know what I mean? Go play ball against the other hood, or go. You know what I mean? But we always were deep. You know what I mean? Together. You know what I'm saying? And understanding how to move together in that kind of social circle as young kid.
It's just
now I got to make my son go outside. Well, he going outside now by himself. He's like, I want to go outside. Like he like last couple of weeks he's been asking just, hey, can I go outside and play? Yeah, go out. I don't even have to tell him. He's experiencing it. He's like, okay, this is better than sitting in here on his fucking staring at the TV. You know what I'm saying? The game, like the TV. Like I can actually go have an experience with other people. Go play games with other people.
Got him to go play with.
Yeah, I think that's another thing too, man. About this COVID thing. But let me finish up my thought. There's one more thing I need to finish up. As far as, so we got to the walls, staying disciplined, and so the next thing, couple more points. So next thing is the wiring in the house, right? So you got a house, you got to have some lights. Everything got to be wired up. And it's important for us to understand how we're wired, like what kind of personality we have, what makes us tick, understand ourselves on a deeper level. Why do we react to certain things, and why do this way, and why do we act certain, react to certain things in a different way. So that's very important, man. Just having, being able to understand how you're wired
Yeah.
you'll be able to overstand a lot of situations, and you'll be able to take unfavorable situations that you might have been in and
Yeah.
flip it to your favor.
Okay.
You know, if you understand how you wire, you know how to react, and because you know not to be controlled by another person's words, thoughts, or feelings. So if you know how to control yourself by understanding how you're wired and how in your thoughts and how you move, and having that within yourself, you can avoid a lot of situations. Like I said, if you're in a negative situation, you can either remove yourself from it, or you can flip it in your favor as well. So um, that's one thing. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about is the finish, right? Everybody wants, how the house look. Everybody that's the first thing, they curb appeal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They curb appeal of the house. What it look like? And you pull up like, oh, that's big. Oh, that's nice. Does it has does it have the brick siding, or does it have the what that shit is, the plastic siding, or is it a wood, or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's ceramic facing, whatever it is. And I equate that analogy to how you carry yourself as an appearance as a man. Like as a man, we need to are you groomed? Everybody don't look the same, but there are some things that we can hold to a standard, like grooming yourself. I know I'm not one to talk right now. I got like my beard all over the place, but you know what I'm saying? Like keeping everything kind of staying in shape, you know. Um, the clothes you wear, are you wearing baggy shit? Are you wearing things that fit? A lot of times people think about buying just like name brand shit, but name brand shit don't always matter.
Yeah.
If the clothes fit you and that you look good in them,
Rocco.
that shit matters, bro. Females don't care about labels like that, you know what I mean, to a degree. Only gold digger bitches do. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's what you after, then that's what it is. But usually gold digging chicks, they looking for the label because they think that indicates a specific status, which is why a lot of these dumbass niggas spend, you know, hundreds of dollars on a fucking belt or $1,000 on a fucking
I,
shoes or dumb shit like that. Right, to
I,
attract a bitch that don't give a fuck about you personally. She just give a fuck about you know what I mean? So
what you can do.
yeah, what she think you can do, because you just spun you know what I'm saying? Like that's the flex game. Like that's the bullshit that's out here now.
Hey,
You know
what
what I'm
they
saying? You got niggas spend here. Like you just left work. The fuck you doing going trying to buy a goddamn
tell a nigga,
Gucci whatever? Like
hey,
the fuck sit your ass down somewhere.
he spent his
That
whole
ain't your lifestyle, bro.
he just spent his whole
You know
life.
what I'm saying?
God.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So social media got people fucked up out here, bro. Like
Oh boy, he only got $5 to get in the club. Someone let me borrow 10.
fresher than a motherfucker though.
Oh boy, you got some brand new kicks, but
Brand new.
but you look like money.
He looked like what?
And lick, you ready to go sit your lint roll ass down somewhere.
Hey man, so that's how it be, man.
That's funny, man.
It's real though, bro. Like that's how it is, man. Like we can't be out here, that's the next level of to it. Though. But like, if you stay solid within yourself, and if man look at himself when he get adult grown, and if he look at building himself up like a house, then you're gonna invite. You know what I'm saying? Once you build it up,
Yeah,
you're gonna get the exact tenant you want in that motherfucker. You feel me?
yeah, 100%.
They will come. If you build it, they will come. You know what I mean? And so that was kind of the gist of the show, man, and kind of show people like That's where we at. Like that's where everybody needs to be. Everybody needs to be focused on inward, focused on themselves right now. There's too much shit going on out here in the world. And so in order for us to change the shit, we gotta change ourselves first. Because right now, everybody's being manipulated. Everyone. We are being social engineered, so
You
to usher in this new age of this new age thinking. You know what I'm saying? And so they force you to think in a certain way by creating certain circumstances around
repeating the
you.
same over and over, repeating the same TV shows over and over.
Yeah, that's the programming side. That's the
Publicize,
programming.
publicize this. The news don't help at all because they're gonna just tell you straight up bullshit. If it's something bad happening, it's gonna be on the news. But if something positive and good happens, where's that shit at? It's not
Yeah,
gonna
the
be.
news is designed. I learned this a long time ago. Like when I was young, like before I even graduated high school, I understood that the news is designed to keep you in a certain frequency, like in a
Yeah,
certain like energy space or mentality, so to speak.
it
For lack of a better word. So
your box, your comfort zone. They want you to be always try to be secure.
well, no, they print no. What I'm saying is the news is preying on your fears. Like they're preying on your fears to social engineer you to a decision, to a narrative. You know what I mean? So that's why the crime, you probably young, but like I know growing up in the '90s, nigga, like every time you turned on the news, it was
Oh yeah,
a
yeah.
black person doing some crazy shit, right? Like they publicize all the black people, but then you might hear a silly, they might catch a serial killer, and they be like, oh, for the last 10 years he been terrorizing. They be like, why the fuck we ain't heard of this
Yeah,
nigga?
I ain't heard of this man never.
You know what I'm saying?
This
I
nigga,
just heard the Johnny them down the street. You know what I mean? They ain't do nothing but shoot at a nigga for some
hey,
ABC AYs. You feel what I'm saying? But
you
this nigga
look at
doing me, he
hey,
be killing niggas for decades, for
hey, you
years.
look at it, you be like, that's old such and such. Man, I was just chilling.
Right, right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh shit! I just picked
so
up a boy yesterday at the bar.
and
God,
then you grow up. But here's the thing: you grow up in the system watching that, right? You watching that
yeah.
your whole life. You grew up in that system, and then they wonder why people don't trust the media or don't trust the fucking government because y'all been fucking doing it. Like we not dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like people ain't stupid. We understand, and those
Hey,
of us who do understand, it's important to relay the message to those that don't. Like, nah, this some bullshit.
and they wonder why a lot of white people look at black people weird because every time they turn on the TV, they see the same thing we see.
Yeah, and they been programmed just like we are. But they just on the flip side.
You know, get him out of here. You know what I'm saying?
And right, and they playing on their paradigm of fears as well. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's the same shit, bro. Like, and that's what people don't understand. Like, it ain't been about black and white for a long time. Like, it really, to be honest, it never has. But
It's about the government and the people, man.
yeah, it's about creating a second class of citizens. So now they
They don't want no
went away from race. So now it's not about a racial class of second class citizens. It's about social second class citizens. Peep game.
yeah.
Peep game. It ain't about race. It ain't. It's strictly social class of city. Like it's you know what I'm saying. Like it's not even about. It's just so. It's not even about race, bro. Like
Yeah.
not at this point. For the old heads, that's their paradigm. They believe that. But I'm saying like the agenda they're pushing. The
Yeah.
only way, when you analyze capitalism and the monetary system that we have, the only way to sustain this, bro, is to have two groups that define each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't have a rich person unless you have a poor person. One defines the other. You feel me? Like you can't have like one end of the spectrum defines the other another. So if everybody, you know what I'm saying? So if everybody were rich, then there wouldn't be no poor. If everybody was poor, there wouldn't be no rich. So when we're talking about everything that's going on. We were talking about this, them pushing things down our throat and pushing things toward us, trying to make us uh, social engineers toward a certain light. That's what I'm talking about. Like that's where we getting to that point. You know what I mean? That we're not gonna. It's gonna be tough, man. Like going forward, I just teach kids, man. If you're not in your kids' life, get in their life.
For real.
Teach them, give them so much game, give them more than what they need because it's gonna be bad out here for the next generation, man. But we're gonna have to live in it. But they're like I was
Hey,
telling my daughter, their generation is next, right? So just like we are now, our generation is pretty much in control of a lot of things
yeah.
in America. Their generation next, and so it's important for them to understand that, man, and take heed and not be social engineered. That's why they're attacking them mentally and emotionally, but they are emotionally weaker too. So it's easier for them to go with a different narrative, especially if you get them believing emotionally in something. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask you. You ever seen the movie American Skin?
American Skin. I think so.
It just came out this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think
About the officer killed the guy's son because his son was videoing him.
I seen the preview. That's what it was. I
Bro,
didn't see the movie yet. I seen the preview.
hey, a lot of people need to watch that movie. Like that's one of the movies that you need to watch. Like American Skins.
I've
Yeah.
been trying to stay away from things that emotionally affect me in a certain way, though.
No, you just need to watch this. Like
I'm
it's
with you. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
yeah. Like
Let's check it out.
it's like a whole learning lesson. Like it's pretty legit. You know what I'm
Was
saying?
it? Is it kind of like what that movie was, Crash or something like that back in the day? They had all these different scenarios and kind of tied them together at the end
No, basically
about
the officer killed the dude's son. The dude held up the whole police station. You know what I'm saying? And had his own trial for the officer that killed his son.
oh yeah, I gotta check that shit out.
Yeah. And
That's how I,
he lets
yeah,
him
that's how much shit I do.
he, he lets him
I set this bitch off.
he let
Fuck
every,
this.
hey, he let all that he let them prosecute old boy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he had everybody sitting over there. Like the officer
Yeah, he
said,
cut the bullshit.
hey,
He cut all that
hey,
political
the
bullshit. He
officer
all that, yeah,
he
all
said,
that shit. Nah, man.
there are none of my peers up there. He said, yeah, welcome to my world. You
Yeah,
know, yeah,
yeah.
let's
We gotta take that out. I mean, I made sure I had my son watch that too.
yeah, man. Hey, man, but the ending throw it off though. You gonna be like, damn. But it's hey, you need to you need to watch it.
But they ain't gonna let you just get down in the movie like that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna, that shit threaten their institutions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. You need to watch it though, man. It's called
I'm gonna check
American
it out.
Skin.
Mary Skin. I got it. I got it right here. Yep.
Hey, dude, you're gonna be like, dang, that's a pretty good movie, brother. You know what I'm
I'm gonna
saying?
check it out.
And it got to do with like black movement. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like a Trayvon Martin scenario. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, dude, you need to watch that. It's pretty cool.
Yo, man. I'm gonna check it out. Definitely gonna check it. I got it. I'm pulling up now. I'm got it on here.
But
Check it out, man. Any other thoughts before we get out of here?
nah, brother, that's about it.
Yeah, man. Just to recap. Build yourself up, man. Treat it like a house. You know what I mean? Start with your foundation, understanding your spiritual, and your morals. What you're gonna allow, what you're not gonna allow around you, things like that. What's your spiritual stance? How do you stand in 10 toes? Next thing is, you know, uh, your framework. Your paradigm, uh, things that you believe, because that's important of how you make decisions. So understand your paradigm. If you need a paradigm shift, you need to add things to your mental. You need to learn. If you need to learn, do those things. Like we can't be lazy in the approach, especially not when we're trying to better ourselves. So we can't be lazy at all. Next thing is the walls. So you have your foundation. You get to build up the frame. And then now we were putting in our drywalls, which is our discipline. It should be the first thing, but my analogy, I made it. Let's slid it in right here. So, but we got to be disciplined, man. None of this shit work. Like you're not gonna finish building a house if you're not disciplined. You can lay the foundation, you can put up the frame, but you ain't disciplined enough to see it through, to work through all the nuances. And if anybody that ever built a house, it's always gonna be some shit with contractors. It's gonna be something with materials. It's gonna be rain delays. It's gonna be uh uh issues with fucking permits. It's gonna be issue. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be all this and materials. Just so you're gonna have to work through things. So we gotta understand that as men, as people, period. That on the road to being the best version of yourself, you're gonna have bumps. Um, but you got to understand where you're trying to go, and are you going to get there? How you going to get there is through discipline and determination.
Sacrifice.
Yep. Well, yeah, that's part of the package, man. Part of the discipline. So
Yeah.
next thing, man, is having how your electricity, how you're wired, your personality. How you understand yourself and what triggers you, what things turn you off and on. Like you got to understand all these nuances about yourself so you can relay those things to your partner, to your business associates, to wherever you're doing it within your life. Um, and that's what I'm talking about. It just ain't about relationship. These are things that you build upon for your life, your foundation for life. So going forward, and then after electricity, man, your face, you're facing. How your side and look, what you look like. You know, what's your physique? Are you gonna stay in shape? Um, you don't have to be an athlete to be in shape. You know, are you gonna be groomed? Are you gonna wash your ass? You know what I'm saying? Just basic shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? What kind of clothes you gonna wear? So these are things that we got to walk through our journey of life as men. And it's just an overview. I didn't go in depth into a lot of these, but just the gist, man. Of what we can do as men to be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So your thoughts before we get out of here, bro, and thing.
No, man. You touched on some pretty good, key points and things like that. You just got to make sure, you know yourself better than anybody. So if you got to check yourself,
Be
take
honest
a
with
couple
yourself.
steps back, check out the whole scenery, just look at it from your personal, your own view level, and really like contemplate and really think like, what are you doing with your life? If you see nothing wrong and you see that you're being successful, keep doing what you're doing. But if you see that you could do better, do better.
Facts.
That's a
Big facts, man. All right. Well, this has been Life Game. I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you like, subscribe, all that, we're gonna be bringing some different content. I'm switching things up going forward. So we're gonna have some reaction videos coming. A lot of more shorter videos. Podcasts are going to be an hour or less. Even though we have a lot of, sometimes we have big forums, but our podcasts are going to be an hour or less. Uh, depends on what the topic is. I mean, we may need to go longer sometimes. I know me and Matt can go at it. So,
y'all be arguing, bro.
it's a debate. It ain't arguing, man. You know what I mean? It's no ill will, with us. It's just we've been doing that shit. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
what I'm saying? Since forever, man. So since I've been knowing them since we were like what 14, 15 years old. So
that's
shit,
hey,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
We almost 40, so shit, it's like
yeah, yeah. Y'all about to hit that. Y'all about to hit that shit, boy. Y'all look.
Yeah, man. You know, I still look good though, baby. You know what I mean? I don't even, you know what I'm saying? This shit still smooth over here.
Yeah,
It still look good. And then I fuck around and shave, and then y'all look younger than you.
but
So,
you ain't got no hair to shave. What you mean?
hey, man, you see that right now, man? Stop playing. Stop playing. You see it.
Like rug and put it under there, boy.
That's why I gotta cut this shit.
Put it.
That's why I gotta cut this nap ass shit.
Man, you gotta look at. You got a little
You
peach.
gotta go. I cut it, man. I gotta shave, bro. Like it's
feel it.
ugly. It's ugly. Ugly, man. All right, bro. Well, hey, man, appreciate you
Oh yeah, big
for
dog.
joining, man. Love you, bro. Stay up. Be safe. I'll see you when you touch back.
All right, that's a bet, bro. 100.
All right. This has been Life Game. Everybody stay up. Peace.